'cause I feel it. I never help but give to the needy. Come on and see me. Yippee, yippee, ay, 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 ay. I had to crucify some brother today, and I don't dig what you gotta say. So come on and say yeah. Come on and tell me twice. I sit there, you are shabby. You run around and groove like a baddie. You're only here just out of habit. Oh, it's mine, you might as well have it. You take 10 feet back and then stab it. Spray it on and tag it. So sack all the meaning, I can't stand the needing. Get around here and you ask who you're feeling. Yippee, yippee, ay, 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 ay. I had to crucify somebody today, and I don't dig what you gotta say. So come on and say yeah. Come on and tell me twice. So sack all the meaning, I can't stand the leading. You come around here and you put both your feet in. Yippee, yippee, ay, 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 ay. I had to crucify somebody today, and I don't hear what you gotta say. So go on and say yeah. Yippee, yippee, ay, 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 ay. I had to crucify some brother today, and I don't hear what you gotta say. So come on and say yeah. Come on and tell me twice.
Okay, you're listening to 96.9. It is All FM. It's the Wednesday Drive Time Show with me, Kieran. On the line, I have the legendary frontman from the Happy Mondays, Shaun Ryder. Hi, Shaun.
Hello.
Thanks so much for taking the time out to do this interview.
No, mate, it's a pleasure.
Right, I interviewed Rowetta a few weeks back, and I'm just going to really just sort of pose the same question to you, really.
Okay, how did you find interviewing Rowetta?
Oh, actually, it was an absolute dream come true, honestly. She was lovely.
Great.
Yes, so, yeah, the original lineup got back together in 2012.
Oh, right, it was 2012, wasn't
yeah.
it? Right.
So,
Okay.
is it still like a bit of a dream come true for you? And can you still believe you're still doing it? With the original lineup. So.
Yeah, well, do you know what? To tell you the truth, right, it is the original lineup apart from the keyboard player.
Right, Paul Davis,
because, yeah, I mean, the guy that's with us now, Dan, who's been RMD for, 15 years, maybe more. You know, so Dan feels more like part of the band than Paul Davis ever did. I mean, I don't want to speak ill of the dead, but Paul couldn't play keyboards. He just couldn't. So when we sort of got back and we gave him a chance and he just couldn't cut it, you know, we had to get Dan back in. Like I say, been working with us for years.
Right, okay. And how different is it now, like, as a back in the day kind of thing? I mean, are you enjoying it more now?
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, back in the day, it was brilliant. You know, it was a bunch of kids. I mean, you know, Paul Davis was still at school. You know, he was a 15-year-old kid, and Gaz Whelan, the drummer, was still at school. He was 15, I was 18, and then we, you know, I mean, we had a fantastic time and a great ride all through our 20s, and, you know, it was brilliant. It's what every kid wants to do, either be a football player or in a rock and roll band, travelling the world and, playing music and having fun with groupies. And we got to do that, and obviously, and partying. So it was, it was brilliant. But now, now it's just as good in a different way as it was back then.
I see now, like, what are you now, like 57, 58, something like that?
57.
Oh, but you know what? This is like, it looks like this is the busiest you've ever been. Do you know what I mean? And it's not just with Happy Monday. You've taken Black Grape on the road and stuff like that. So there's no sign of like slowing down and taking it easy.
Well, believe it or not, it is a lot easier now. I mean, I don't know whether that's to do with, not just, partying and everything else, but we're not doing as much touring as we used to do. I mean, back then you'd sort of like make an album, tour it for 2 years, make another album, tour it for 2 years, make another album, tour it for 2 years. I mean, no wonder it drives you mental and, you lose the plot. But we are busier, I'm busier, and it is a lot easier, just by not being young, it's a lot easier. Better place, I like me. So, yeah, it is. It's a lot easier, but busier than ever.
Great. So, and you just recently had a hip operation as well.
Oh, yeah, just had a hip operation 8 weeks ago, yeah.
Wow. Wow. Well, you doing well. So when the Happy Mondays got back together, first of all, like it was like the Stone Roses. I know you were saying as well, when the Stone Roses did it, you guys got bombarded. It was sort of like, well, the Roses have done it. Can't you?
No, that's not how it was, mate.
Oh, right,
it really
okay.
isn't. No, we got back together in 1999. What we have to do, right, is each time there's a new tour. People who follow the band or whatever, or, the people that come and see us, we got back together in 1999. We toured the world with the Mondays and I've been doing since 1999. Then our Paul left again and I got the bass player in, who's been with me, who's now the bass player in Black Grape, but he was a bass player in the Happy Mondays for over 10 or 11 years. So we got back together and was doing gigs all around the world and in England and played the Evening News Arena about 3 times. We've not the original lineup, but it didn't really make any difference as long as it was me and Bez there and Rowetta. That really didn't make any difference. So, we carried on and carried on. If we'd have only got back together in 2012 or whatever, it'd have been a totally different ball game, but we didn't. We've been working for years. So each time you go on a new tour, just for the sake of the press, you've got to say, well, the original lineup's back together and this, but, we took out the Bummed album years ago. We took out, Pills and Frills, and now, you've got to keep coming up with something. So this time, it's a greatest hits tour, but this is the second greatest hits tour, so that's just how it is.
So you sort of like, when the original lineup got back together in 2012, you were asked sort of like, is there going to be new material on the horizon and stuff like that? Not seeing anything like that as much, or is it just the case, we've just been way too busy touring, or is it just...
Do you want the truth?
Yeah, go on, tell us the truth, sure.
The truth is promoters don't want a new Mondays album, right? I've just done, I don't know if you know, the new Black Grape album is really successful, and I've not had time to tour that, really. We did a Black Grape tour, but I've not had enough time to spend promoting that. So, I've got to work the two, and I want to build Black Grape up as just as much as the Mondays. But what was the question? I'm rabbiting here, I'm rambling on. Go on.
No, it's just, I was just sort of saying, was it, you've not...
Oh, that we've not got a new album. Well, like I said, yeah. So, one day there probably will be a new album. You never say never in this, but at the moment, we did have plans to do one, and that fell apart. So I went out and did the new Black Grape album in 2017, which, we didn't have time to promote that then in 2017, but we've sort of started doing that now. But yeah, because we couldn't get the Mondays one together, I did that. So one day there probably will be another Mondays album. Don't know when, but you just don't say no in this game.
So you guys are doing a big tour of Britain. It starts the 23rd of October You don't finish till the 21st of December. I mean, that is some slog of a tour, Shaun.
It's a young man's tour, but it still is a lot easier now than it ever was. You know, I mean, basically most of us go to bed. Well, I certainly do. You know, as soon as I finish the show, I'm off watching the news back in the hotel room. You know, and I enjoy watching the news back in the hotel room with a cup of coffee and a pint of Guinness. And whatever's on the menu, all night menu. But
we could get like a rocking chair for you on stage. Do like a Val Doonican sort of thing in your rocking chair.
Yeah, I don't mind a bit of Val. You know, don't mind a bit of Val.
So it's Manchester on Thursday, November the 21st, which I'm attending at the Manchester Academy. I know every show is obviously special to you guys, kind of thing. But is it always sort of that little bit extra special coming to Manchester, a little bit of emotional and stuff like that?
Manchester, really. I mean, look, you know, we've got a really great fan base. I mean, our fan base goes from 8 years old to 18. It really does. I mean, you know, it's not. You know, obviously because of mine, Bezzy's and Rowetta's trips into reality television, you know, that's the way to bring in new fans in now. I mean, we've probably got more new fans than we did original fans. I mean, from kids that only knew me through being bitten by a snake, you know, and I was interviewed by a journalist the other day who was 10 years old when that happened. She's now 20 and writing for, you know, she's a journalist, and they sort of, you know, they'll see you on these TV things and go and look up the band. So, you know, we built up a whole new fan base, which is great, and that goes for, you know, both bands, the Mondays and Black Great. Manchester's great, but all the gigs are great. You know, wherever we go, whether it's Mexico or whatever, or Japan, or here, we have great fans, you know. So, the real difference is between Manchester is there's more on the guest list. Between us, we've got about 3,000 people that are connected with family and friends. We could fill the academy with just guest list.
Right, okay, yeah, I remember you saying that years ago in an interview. Half the audience is the guest list.
Yeah, it's still the same.
Oh, brilliant! And you've done lots of festivals this year as well. How's that gone down?
Yeah, festivals are great. Yeah, I mean, you know, love doing the festivals. I mean, again, that's where you can sort of get your true scope of your audience, because, you know, a lot of shows we play, you know, adult and, you know, after 9 o'clock. So, you know, the festivals bring in the families. So we do sort of 2 shows, don't we? If we've got an earlier slot, we'll do the PG show, and then if we're on later or headlining, it's the adult show.
Brilliant. Well, in September you've got like a Q&A thing, and that's just not one night, that's a tour of that as well.
Yeah, there's about, I've got about 100 of the Q&As, wow. Really, so that's going to keep me busy for a while, yeah.
And finally, Shaun, before I say goodbye, I really enjoyed you and Bez on Gogglebox, by the way.
Yeah.
I want to say, have you got any more plans to do that, Gogglebox?
With Gogglebox, I'm not sure. We may do it again next year. I don't know. But there's certainly stuff. I mean, me and Bez, you know, have continued doing TV and stuff together, and we will do. You know?
I think you and Bez should just get your own TV show.
Yeah.
You know, a bit like the Royal Family, just you and you two.
Yeah.
Right, so the tour finishes, like I said, so for Christmas, Shaun, are you just going to have a bit of a rest, Christmas dinner, a few pints of Guinness?
Well, I think this year, we're going to go away somewhere sunny, because the previous years with my 2 youngest girls, who are now 11 and 10, they've always wanted to spend Christmas at home and are wishing for snow. But this year, now they're older, getting a bit older, I think we might just, after the tour, go off go somewhere sunny, you know.
That sounds good to me. Well, Shaun, I'm be seeing you on November the 21st at the Manchester Academy. Very much looking forward to that. And the last time I seen you was about 2 or 3 years ago at the Academy. I got really drunk, so I'm going to remember it more this time.
Yeah, come and say hello, mate.
Oh, I will do, Shaun. Thanks very much. That is it. Shaun, have a great tour, and I'll see you on November the 21st at Manchester Academy.
Nice one, pal.
Take care.
Have a good day.
Take
Ta-ra,
care.
mate.
Take care.
Ta-ra.
Bye now. God bless.
How old are you? Are you old enough? Should you be in here watching that? And how old are you? Are you old enough? Should you be in here with 24-hour party people? Plastic face can't smile the whites out with the 24-hour party people. Plastic face can't smile the whites out. You can't be beaten. So why don't you join in? You can't So what's the road words? Come on, can't get much worse. Sit right down, quench your big thirst. I'm tied down with stinking thinking. Stinking thinking gets you nowhere. I'm weighed down with stinking thinking. Stinking thinking comes from somewhere. Is that what you really want? Hey, would you like to see me living that way? The living dead don't get a holiday.